right, this is our 1969 Winnebago camper. We've done a complete restoration on it. When we got it about 13 months ago, it looked very different from this. We've basically detached the shell, removed the complete subfloor, removed all the interior wall paneling, removed the rotted roof, some of the old windows and trim. Basically everything on this thing has been touched at some point. I'll show a few flashback pictures so you can kind of see the before. We just finished it, so we got the paint done. We got brand new wheels, brand new electric brakes, brand new axle, a lot of new trim. The side windows have all been replaced and upgraded. We were able to keep the front and rear window. So this is actually original. Propane tank to match. It's got all new wiring. I mean, 100% of this thing got ripped out and replaced. There's a brand new galvanized roof that we threw on there with a roof vent. The underneath has a galvanized bottom, plywood, insulation, and then another layer of plywood with flooring. All the lighting has been replaced. So it's brand new lighting, brand new wiring. Basically what we did, we created a water inlet so we can just hook up a hose when we're at a campground or an RV park, and there's our water in. This is a drain line, so we can hook a hose up here and drain the water out. We also have 5-gallon jugs on the interior that we can hook in if we're off grid. We've got a brand new 30 amp plug with a breaker box inside. All new lighting. There's some air conditioning ductwork, some wiring. This is all underneath the bed. We've just got some storage tubs in here with tools and things like that. Replaced every screw on the camper. Underneath, on top, everything has been completely gutted and replaced. The original bumper was completely rusted, so we actually chopped everything off. This is all brand new. This used to be like a back latch where you could just put either batteries and tools and things like that. What we've done is we've replaced the entire latch. It opens up, and then inside is actually the ductwork for our air conditioner. So we used a window unit on the inside. So this ductwork exhausts all of the hot air from the air conditioner, so we didn't have to have a window unit hanging out. And then that hose is just a drain tube, so you can leave it just hanging out, and it drains all of the excess moisture and water from the air conditioner. And when you're not using it, you just close it up and latch it, and you're good to go. The cool thing about this particular model is there's no wood frame on the interior. It's just this aluminum skin, the closed foam insulation, and then the wood paneling. So it's all just kind of sandwiched together. What up? So we'll go inside. All right, so we're inside. Stepping right in, we've got a vinyl plank flooring. So we built a brand new subfloor, insulation, and then we laid vinyl plank flooring. It'll be good for anything like water and things like that. We're gonna have the dogs with us a lot of the times. So we built our kitchen on one far end, and then the bed and everything else on the opposite end. It used to have a bathroom, a kitchen, and it was very blocked off and just felt small. So now, being about 14.5 feet long, 8 feet wide, and almost 7 feet tall, it feels a lot more spacious in here. So going right in, we did things to save money, like plywood countertops that we've just sanded and epoxied. We've got a 2-burner stovetop that has a brand new propane line run to it. We put the biggest sink we could find. Again, it's more of a utility sink, just to save costs, but it's huge. So we'll be able to use it to wash dishes. My wife can wash her hair. We can wash the dog. I mean, we can do everything. And honestly, having a water source right here, we have a portable shower that we can drop the one end into the water and just hang it out the window and have an outdoor shower through this window. These front windows are awning windows. They go all the way out. They all have screens, which are nice, on both sides. We did a herringbone vinyl backsplash, again, just to repel water and keep everything kind of safe. We've got some vintage tins here just to kind of go with the aesthetic. A small coffee maker, a small shelf up top just for some storage. We do have recessed LED lighting. The cabinets up top, they're not huge, but we were able to, you know, get away with some decent storage. We've got our dishes and things like that right now. We're taking our first trip this weekend, so we'll see what we need from that point on. Underneath here, this will be a shelving unit where we put a microwave. Underneath the sink, there are 2 5-gallon jugs for if we're off-grid and we can use a water pump. But for now, when we tie in, we've got a hot water heater with the water coming right in. So we've actually got hot water on demand right here, which is nice. We did some of the gold hardware, brushed gold on everything, as you can see. It is pretty spacious in here. Feels pretty big. We've got a small bench seat over here. It does open up. So underneath the bench seat, storage, actually a portable toilet. This long bench is about 6 foot 4 inches long, so it slides out into about a twin bed. You can use the cushion from this, and then we have an extra cushion to make the rest of the twin bed. So for the guest bed or the dog bed, whatever you want to call it, all you got to do is take the pillows off. You kind of want to pull, there's some Velcro holding this cushion on. I'm just going to pull that off. It's as simple as just sliding this out. It locks into place. Got your cushion from the opposite bench. And then we've got a spare cushion that we pretty much always keep underneath the bed. And that locks in as the last piece. It all has Velcro on it, so throw a pillow there. I'm 5'9", plenty of space. Again, mainly for a dog bed for us, probably. We got a 100-pound Doberman and a little Boston Terrier. So this will be a lot for them. But if we have another couple with us, if they wanted to squeeze on this, or just another friend with us, they got plenty of room to sleep with us and hang out. We've got some latch storage. So underneath, we've got things like a record player, a vacuum, things like that. Nothing too crazy. We do have some LED recessed lights that run off 12 volt. So you can see them up there. They're actually really bright, even though they're small at night. This is for the exterior light. Cushions that we made, we got high density foam and then just wrap them in sort of an outdoor material. So that way, between spilling the dogs and things like that, you'll just be able to clean it up easy. And if we want to replace it, we'll just pull it off and replace it at some point. We definitely went with more of a mid-century kind of vibe in here, but trying to find some cool things to go along with it. Going towards the back here, we've got a full-size bed. The full-size bed is plenty of space for 2 of us. We usually chill out and kind of have it like a couch at this point. We use it more like a couch. Over here, we did install a bunch of 110 outlets. So the 30 amp that feeds into here feeds right into a breaker box below the bed. There's some 110 outlets here in the far corner and underneath the kitchen counter, so we can run some plugs down there. And there's 110 on the exterior as well. But what we did was we made sure to wire in a converter over here, and there's a 12 volt breaker that runs all of the LED lighting and the small water pump, things like that. So if we decide to add solar later, it'll tie right in with some batteries underneath the bed, and you'll be able to have off-grid capability. Again, we've got some overhead storage here. Nothing too crazy. There's nothing in these right now. But underneath the bed, back bed, we've got some LED lighting that's dimmable. So that's kind of cool. Again, sort of sets the mood, or if you just want to read at night, something like that. These jalousie style windows are pretty awesome for this cross ventilation you get back here right across the bed. All the rest of the windows have screens, more traditional in the middle here. It's definitely plenty of space. We're super happy with everything. Basically, other than the aluminum skin on the exterior and the closed foam insulation in the walls, everything else from bottom to top was replaced. The air conditioning is a window unit, so we weren't sure how this was going to work. I really didn't want to cut a giant hole in the brand new roof that we put in. So other than this small roof vent that we have here that just pops open and then clicks on, that's mainly for the smell in the kitchen. and just to help exhaust some hot air on a hot day, just to cool this thing down. But besides that, I didn't want to put a giant hole in the roof. So we had that back latch. So this has ductwork underneath the bed that goes right out and exhausts outside and drains outside. And it's actually been plenty. I mean, we're here in Tampa, Florida. It gets quite hot, but in the summertime when I was working in here, I felt great. We've got some roll down curtains. So these curtains all kind of just untie. There's some magnets at the bottom. And that way at night it's at least blacked out, and then these other curtains just slide shut. So we've got curtains on the front and back like that, and these side windows. And then my wife made out of some pretty cool fabric these curtains that are on just stained rods. But it's worked really well. I mean, the kitchen has so much natural light with the top and bottom windows and that front window. We did a Frigidaire retro style refrigerator just to kind of finish off the look here. So this thing's brand new. We actually put the bed on hydraulic hinges or hydraulic lifts. So the entire bed will lift up, and underneath we have a closet on one side, the ductwork for the air conditioner on the other side, our breaker box, and then some room for batteries later if we want to do some solar and things like that. And then we also have a dining table and some storage in the back. There's a leather handle here, pull up, and it all kind of opens. It's fairly easy, works good. We haven't had any issues with it. That's what it looks like inside. So we built out a boxed out closet so we can actually stack clothes and everything right into that without having to bring luggage, and then just close it and seal it in. There's our 30 amp breaker box down there, the air conditioning ductwork, and then our converter and 12 volt stuff is in this corner. Don't mind the mess. So there's the dining table once it's out. It's plenty of room for 4 people. You can play cards, food prep, eat dinner, whatever you want to do. So this is just more of the countertop for the kitchen that we've sanded and epoxied. It's perfect for what we need. It's easy to slide in and out from under the bed. So then once you're done with everything, you put the dining table back or whatever you're trying to grab up from underneath. It's as simple as just pushing down on the bed and it closes. Kind of slide the bed back and you're good to go. But really, we couldn't be happier. Can't wait to start using it. Taking the dogs places, getting up into the Carolinas, doing some mountain trips, and also just here in Florida, just doing some beach trips on the weekend. But that's basically it.